we have taken this wax in particular. It seems to be the better wax to do carving with. It's more pliable. It's not going to snap if it's chilled, and it's chilled in here right now. There's no snap. That's good. We'll take half of this, warm it up, warm it up pretty good. You don't want it dripping, but you'd like to have it warmed up pretty good, so that when you apply it to the teeth, which you can see I've done here, and lay it across there, you can lay it halfway up the tooth all the way across, and then you can take a hold of this and pull, and it'll rip off where you want it when it's more heated. Okay, so then we have that wax on there. I like this technique better because personal preference is you don't have to do a lot of buildup now. All the wax that we're going to need is there. All I've done here is take off buildup wax. So it's just a matter of carving in festooning on this part and flaming it and polishing it, and you're done. So we've eliminated the step of coming over here and getting a hot spatula, dipping it in wax and adding it where we think we want it. That can take a fair amount of time. And maybe that's what you want to do. You do have a fair amount of control doing that. Okay, I have a bowl of water here so that when I make my instrument hot, I can cool it off again quickly, so I can continue working and not have to be concerned about melting where I don't want to melt. Okay, so now I've already done this central, and so we will start with the lateral here, and we'll start at the top. Don't quite take it all the way to the center, because you can always do more. Come down halfway, come over here, come down halfway, get rid of that wax. Now, depending on how much of that you get rid of will depend on if you need to use a Robinson brush when this is all said and done. And I just find it's easier not to, because you can clean the teeth off as it is. We still have wax between these two teeth up here, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to get the general contour. Canine is the longest of the three anterior teeth. So we're going to come in there. We're going to let that be pretty long. And now we have a lot of buildup between there that we don't need. So we can always come in and take more away. We'd rather not show the neck, so don't go down too far. But as Dr. Scandrett taught me once, patients paying for the teeth, so let them have all the teeth. And unless there's some special reason why you want to cover up tooth, make a shorter tooth, which might be called for in the script, you wouldn't necessarily go that way. You'd try to give them all the tooth. So then after we've gone this way, and gotten rid of the wax, we can come in now and make sure that's curved and not pointed down there. I'm starting to see the neck here, so we're low enough, we're far enough down. Okay, it's a matter of taking away wax now. We don't want to build up here, so we're going to end up taking all of this away. And this wax is pretty tough. I'd rather have it tough than flaky loose and not being able to hold on. This holds on really well. So we're gonna get rid of this wax down here. We don't need it. We'd rather keep it thin, as it's shown here, and not be built up as it seems to be a little bit here. We're gonna continue to take wax away. So now we have a nice papilla. We have plenty of wax up here for a papilla. We'll come in halfway up the tooth, about where we placed the wax in the first place. And we don't want arrowheads, we just want that to be a nice papilla there. So halfway up the tooth, and just chop that off. Get rid of that. And that's going to leave you a papilla. Now, some other things are, the wax that you put on here, we want it warm. We want it warm enough to adhere to the wax beneath it and not have bubbles. Bubbles are going to look like white spots in the gingiva when you're finished. So we don't want the white spots. We can get rid of those if you end up with white spots, but it's much easier, less time consuming if you just do it this way to begin with.